Macmillan Audio presents All the Old Knives by Olen Steinhauer. Read by Fliakos and Juliana Francis Kelly. For Slavica. Henry. 1. There's a delay taking off from San Francisco caused, I'm guessing, by an overburdened airport, but no one will tell us for sure. At times like this, sitting stalled on the tarmac, it's easy to think apocalyptically. Airports at the bursting point, highways clogged with SUVs helmed by citizens in meltdown, smog alerts in gridlocked emergency rooms, corridors lined with the bleeding. When you're in California, this kind of vision explodes into grandiosity, and you imagine the earth ripping apart, spilling all this overconsumption, all the cell phones and seaside villas and hopeful young starlets noisily into the sea. It almost feels like a blessing. Or maybe it's just me. For all we know, the delay is due to a technical problem. We get over the speaker apologies, thank you for your patience, and occasional attention from already haggard SkyWest stewards who shrug in answer to questions, tossing around sorry as if it's the easiest word in the English language. The woman next to me fans herself with a brochure for Presidio Park. Redwoods and dense foliage flash, sending a little stale air my way. She says, "Another day, another delay." Tell me about it. Someone here's bringing bad karma. I give her a smile, not quite trusting myself to reply out loud. It's a small plane, an Embraer turboprop that can seat 30, though on this one there are no more than 20, all texting whoever's waiting for them in Monterey. My neighbor takes out a phone and thumbs in her own message, something that starts with, "You won't believe." I keep my phone locked away. After 15 hours flying 6,000 miles, then suffering through the mass psychosis of American passport control, the precise time of my arrival feels unimportant. Were I younger, I might feel differently. International flights used to be a chance to rest up for the coming adventure, but at some point I lost the ability to doze in the air. In 2006, I think, after turning 39. After the flu coffin. Once you've watched the high-definition video of 120 corpses on an airplane, you know you'll never again relax in coach. So by the time I enter California, I'm dry with fatigue. My fingers feel shorter and fatter, and my cheeks are alternately warm and cold. A chill sweat periodically soaks my undershirt. I'm trying not to think too much about planes, and instead look ahead to my destination. Celia Favreau, née Harrison. She will wait, or she won't. For a few minutes, I even convince myself that I don't care. No heartbreak, because at this moment I don't have a heart to break. If she's not at the restaurant, I will simply order a dry martini and some fried shellfish, contemplate civilization's imminent collapse, then head back to the airport for an evening flight back to San Francisco. One last phone call to cover my bases, then fly back to Vienna, where I can finally collapse. I've traveled for too many years, and in far worse conditions to be unnerved by minor inconveniences. Besides, not having to look her in the eyes would certainly make my job and my life a lot easier. It's 4:30 by the time we take off, a half hour late. The propellers whine outside the window as my seatmate pulls out a Kindle. I ask what she's reading, and this leads to a discussion of the virtues and deficits of the contemporary spy novel. She's halfway through an old Len Deighton, in which a hunt for a mole leads the narrator to his own wife. "They just don't make stories like this anymore," she says wistfully. "You knew who the bad guys were back then. These days—" I try to help her out. "Radical Islam?" "Right. I mean, what kind of an enemy is that?" "An elusive one, I want to say. Again, though, I think better of it." By the time we land an hour later, I've learned a lot about this woman. Her name is Barbara Jakes.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?